Hello, hello, hello. This is Vivian, and I'm with a silent Christian no more. And we know that being a silent Christian is an oxymoron because you can't be a Christian and be silent. So, what do you have to do? You have to let your voice be heard and your actions seen. So, today I want to get back to Nehemiah in the first chapter. And I'm going to read the fourth verse for you. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to read it right directly from the scripture. So Nehemiah 1 and 4 says, "So it was when I heard these words that I sat down and wept and mourned for many days. I was fasting and praying before the God of heaven." So Nehemiah had asked about the Jews, the Babylonian captives, and found out that they were greatly distressed. And that thing bothered him so much that he mourned for many days. They said that he sat down and wept. He cried. This thing really bothered him. And I'm fascinated by the book of Nehemiah because this was the beginning of a great work that God wanted to do on behalf of his people. But God first had to do something in Nehemiah, and he gave him that heart to, weep for these, to care about, let's say, to care about greatly God's people. And there's a few lessons that we learn from this text. One is God prepared him long before this moment arose. He had a very important position in Persia before they came to this point in his life. So God had prepped him for caring for the welfare of other people. God had already saw the need that was in heaven, but it was little that he could do until he could find a person who also felt the same way that he did. And so I have to ask a question. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by a situation that you encountered, or something that you see on the news all the time, or somebody you know? I can think of quite a few issues going on in our world today, but I'll just name three of them: human trafficking and sexual abuse, poverty, and drug abuse. Those are three big issues, along with a ton of others that are affecting our country right now. And the other question I have for you: does it bother you so much that it makes your heart ache, or make you sick to your stomach? You think about what can you do to change these things. God deals in mighty visions, big visions. His plans for us are far beyond what we could ever even imagine. And if God put that concern and that ache within your heart, have you ever thought about going to ask him why? You might be the person that God uses to deliver thousands upon thousands of people. And it might sound like, who, me? I'm sure Nehemiah was thinking to himself, who, me? But God had a plan for Nehemiah's life, just like he has a plan for your life. Nehemiah was fasting and praying, he said, before the God of heaven. And that's just how powerful prayer and fasting is. Because the task that needs to be done to change things in our world around is going to require more than just mere man or mere woman. It's going to require the mighty hand of God. So I want you to think about those things. What is it in your life that gets your goat, that makes your heart ache, that makes you just want to run out there and do something? And then second, take the time to ask God, why are you feeling this way? And is this something that has anything to do with your purpose in life? Scripture says, once again, we can do all things through Christ that gives us strength. Hey, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And make the commitment to be a silent Christian no more. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.